patting myself on the back, but if someone says to do something the same way over and over and over, you just kind of get bored. If you have a creative vision, you do it yourself, and sometimes when you do it yourself, you do something different and it attracts other people's attention. When it attracts other people's attention, you start to build a following. You build a following, you build a market. You build a market, you build a business.
Well, that seems to be a general trend among great artists, is a zero tolerance for boredom.
Well, you're right, Tom. It is that, you know, it's the old, you go your way, I go my way, or you go your way, I go my way.
So you were fortunate, at least as I read about you, your business essentially took off right away, didn't it?
I would say it took off. It took about 6 or 7 years to become.
Oh, yeah.
My first foray into retail business with my own products was through the venue of George Jensen, which I had always aspired to when I was a little kid. You know, I used to go to George Jensen on Fifth Avenue where they had a big retail palace, and I was always amazed at the silversmithing there. And I thought, you know, if I ever wanted to do this aside from my visual arts interest, that this would be a very interesting place to actually show my work. So I went to George Jensen. I presented what I had at the time. There was a lead up to this. This is starting the apex of the business, and I became a star there. One of their star, they had another person over there who had something called the Leograph collection. She's sadly no longer with us. Wonderful woman, and I started garnering a significant number of their sales, and from that I attracted the attention of other retailers, and a long history working in that business. As a matter of fact, I would say this is our 50th anniversary in business.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And all your fabrication, or all of the fabrication of your designs, are done locally, correct? Or
that's
for the
actually
most part?
I could have fun with that question. I am the designer. I do work with a team of people. I will not take credit myself for everything, and the fabrication was all done up until 2012 within our own facility, which was located in Manhattan. We had over 100 employees, and we had 48 retail locations around the world, freestanding stores in Moscow, in Singapore, Berlin, Munich. I could go on and on, but I won't bore you with that. And the production was in-house, everything from the concept to the actual physical production, and our own retail distribution network, we were about, out of the 48 stores, we probably retailed through about 12 of our own in different locations, 2 in Manhattan, etc. I named the others, not to repeat myself. And so we're really homegrown. I mean, we were actually producing everything in Manhattan. Our handbag division, however, was produced in Italy, although we trained the people not how to make the leather goods, but how to make the metal for the armature that went on the leather goods. Our belts, straps were made in Italy, but our belt buckles made in our own facilities. Of course, all of our jewelry was made in our own facilities. We always wanted to be an American product, and inspired by some of the greats of the world, not in terms of design, but in terms of everything in-house is possible. And I believed in American product. I did not have my products manufactured abroad. I really wanted to do this because I thought not everybody was going to be a computer engineer, a programmer, or something to do with digital work. And I knew there were a lot of people out there enormously talented, and I wanted to bring them into my firm and have older senior people train them, because I realized my own limitations being self-trained. And we became a center for probably the top talent in the United States. I can say that unequivocally and without any shame whatsoever. Nobody could do or can still do what we do. I think we're the most innovative company out there, and I say that based on the team I work with, who spoke 23 different languages in our company. I didn't care whether you had any affliction. I didn't care what language you spoke. One of my top people came to work with me, and she carried 2 dictionaries. And every time we had a conversation, you had to refer to the 2 dictionaries in order to figure out what the hell I was saying. And the rest of the team. And it was interesting. I mean, we spoke Russian, Chinese, Arabic, French, Italian, Polish, German, We even had some Irish people thrown in.
Oh, be Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
It was quite a group, and now today the same craftsmen for the most part are still working as work comes in. Everything today is produced to order. Nothing is really inventoried, and we still produce in Manhattan. I'm proud to say that.
Yes, well, you became sort of a favorite of celebrities. It seems your client list is mind-boggling. How many names one can recognize?
It's pretty amazing. Just a list of deceased people from Saint Laurent to Warhol. I can't. Just the list is
Just people loved your stuff.
I guess. I mean, you know, it attracted a couple of the White House people, meaning presidents, to purchase from us directly. I won't name this particular president, but one of the probably wealthiest president was. His
Let's
people
see if I
were
can
always
name
were always bargaining. You know, the president gets paid much. It doesn't get paid very much, and I would say, yes, I know, but his family, who I also happen to personally know, I said it's one of the wealthiest families in the world.
I got a inkling who that might be.
Don't even say that. So they bought things for Mideast potentates. They bought things for the royal family in Spain, some of the royal households, and of course this was for diplomatic purposes. And I did have to sign State Department agreements that I wouldn't mention the various presidents' name until they left office. However, I'm not going to divulge that. But I'm vastly amused that I had to actually sign State Department papers.
Well, yeah.